past your bedtime. It's past your bedtime.
Okay, that was unnecessarily long and not needed, but hey, nothing to say against that. So welcome everyone back to the series. Hello, the Holy Ninja, and crap, I forgot to put Latvian's channel in the description. But yeah, I'll get to that later. Hey, Latvian.
Sveiki visiem. It's been some time, at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry about the intro, everybody. It's just that I really liked that song and I liked that meme, so I had to go with the longest possible route. And unfortunately, I forgot to put it on 240p since that's the only one that'll run smoothly on my computer when I'm screen sharing, or 360p. But you know,
Okay, what
to be able
the? Do you use a laptop?
that's
Oh,
the torture for today. The torture for today is an edgy, one of the many, 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 many. If you ever been in Naruto fandom at the writing, they are very edgy sometimes with their works. You know, you can expect a typical stuff on them. You know, it's like Konoha bashing, Kakashi bashing, Sasuke bashing. Pretty much everyone in Naruto is bashed, and maybe you can select a few characters. You know, it's very typical stuff. So we're going to be covering one of these edgy stories. It's called The Roman Fox. And if you can't guess from the title, then I guess you're in for a treat.
yeah.
This is by Mad Hat 886.
Yeah. All right, Holy Ninja. If you think the beginning of Soundwave's Alliance was bad, from what I heard, this is even worse.
It's essentially the question then becomes, what do we do when you put the Romans in an Naruto world? Well, he figured that the thing he should do is give them guns, and not just any guns. He use the you should give them World War I era guns, and I'm not joking. I don't use a specific. I'm using my laptop mic over my headphone mic, because my headphone mic is it's like one of those kind of headphones which that you use on your phone, so it's like close up to your mouth. But that means it'll detect literally everything you say and everything you do. It will like call. You'll hear it up. So yes, I'm just using my laptop mic instead because it gives me more freedom.
Yeah, it's just I hate microphones that leave background sounds. Just they're annoying. But what? Okay.
You'll see shortly. We're gonna be right before we're gonna be reading like 3 chapters, and if we got time on our hands, then we'll do another. They'll do like another one. Like these aren't very long chapters in comparison to Soundwave's Alliance, and they are more. They're better. They're grammatically correct. Like you won't see any sad down. You won't see any like grammatical errors. You will see adjustment transitions, and at least a few decent fight scenes from what I've seen from his Dishonored. It was on Dishonored fic. He's not gonna like do hour cuts. So there's that, but you'll see what the problem is in a minute. So let's start this, shall we? Disclaimer: I don't own any of the characters here that belong to Naruto that I put in the story, except for my own OCs. Neither do I own any of the character in any of the crossovers I do. I am using them as fanfic, and I have no money, so don't bother suing me. You'll just lose money instead of gaining any. And let's read the description right quick. The elemental countries have been invaded by the Roman army. Can the ninjas be able to can the ninjas be able to fight against the greatest military machine the world has ever seen? If you are a fan of superpowered characters, plot architected protagonists, and rule of cool, then this is not a fic for you. Everyone else, welcome aboard.
Oh, this is not a fanfic for you, for people who are a fan of plot armor. It's just
Already, he's like saying, "Get the f out if you don't like this kind of stuff." Instead, like putting a disclaimer is like, "Listen, I'm not going to be buying. Like, there is a better way to do this, but all right." But you'll see why I have this problem with this guy. I have a massive, massive problem with his attitude, towards some criticisms about how he writes.
it's just I have seen some other creators on that site that I don't know, that one similar, but he's not the net.
Like, I'm not saying he's an asshole, but he's just
weird.
He's those edgy Naruto writers that like take play that like really just like ruining characters for the sake of it. Naruto versus Rome, and I'm not talking about he's not talking about the Holy Roman Empire or the Roman. He's just straight up talking about the Roman Republic.
The Roman Republic, like which Roman Republic? The one in
the one before Julius Caesar decided to turn into an empire.
So the lame Roman Empire.
Yeah, the virgins.
Holy fuck! I just why did he came up with Romans invading the universe? It's like I know I have some weird ideas for fan fictions, but those aren't compared to this.
I may be wrong. He may be using the technical Chad Roman Empire, but even then, he's probably going to turn into a virgin by not acknowledging anything. My problem with guns and fanfics, especially if it's like a medieval fantasy or a fantasy, is that guns, they really need to be taken into account of what guns are you using. Because you need to understand is that around a certain point, guns just become the dominant force of the game, and you need to also take into account how they would affect the world around them. You can't just drop someone into a fantasy setting and then give them 25 AK-47s and expect them to not go around and murdering hundreds of people easily.
Yeah, it's just
it's a gun, especially. It's like, don't be surprised if that's the end result you get. It's like it's why when it comes to fantasy, you've got to either got to make guns part of the setting, or have gun, or make it like you're gonna make the guns part of the setting that you're putting it in, because you can't just drop a gun in there and not expect consequences to happen. It's as part of a good one. Also, the Roman Republic is a real chat compared to the Roman Empire. The Republic were the real empire builders. Yeah. That's either way, both of them end horribly.
It's
like the thing is that my problem with guns in some fandoms is that they usually just stay the same setting, but then end up putting a gun in there.
Okay.
It's like there's a. Also, how can a Roman army defeat a shonen army? You'll see, because he completely forgets that ninjas in Naruto are completely different from the ninjas in real life. I'm not joking. He actually, honest to God, uses these. There's this video called a Roman soldier versus ninja, and it's like he uses that kind of logic without realizing that ninjas on Naruto, especially after Naruto Shippuden, Naruto Shippuden, where Kishimoto completely threw everything out of the world building to just go with rule of cool over the. Try to and the power creep started to seep in. If these were part one ninjas that were consistent, they'd still be deadly.
It's just
it's this line of logic.
It's just okay. The Naruto world is already weird. Like, it has some modern technology, and the clothing looks modern, but they don't have it. Like, I don't know, modern equipment or even vehicles for what I've seen.
Well, it's like in the snow country, there is a train. but it's like a very early. It's like a coal train, if you get what I mean. So it's like the snow country is pretty much the most industrialized part of is the out of all the Naruto nations is the most technologically advanced in part one. Like they even
Yeah,
like there is movies as well, but you could kind of see like a movie picture sort of thing. So enough
yeah,
about rambling. Let's get started.
yeah. 10 minutes of rambling. Holy shit.
Landfall. A sudden storm swept through the land of waves. The island was battered by the waves. Okay? The storm
Yeah.
was nothing like any of the people the island nation ever experienced before. All day and night, the storm raged, howling over the islands as the storm itself was trying to sink the island itself. Oh my god. Okay, I take back what I said. Apparently, he's worse. There's because he. Okay, I have problems when you use like the thing is you don't need to use the same word twice in one sentence unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, but
But you could just say all as if the storm was trying to sink the island itself. You don't need to say the storm itself. It's like, okay. The waves and the rain crashed through the island as the people huddled in their homes waiting for the storm to pass. The morning finally came with a storm passing the island. A dark-haired woman stepped outside of her home by the sea, wondering what kind of damage the house took during the storm. As she looks over the damage the house took during the night, she saw her son standing in the doorway, staring at something behind her. Turning around, she saw what he was looking at. Down by the beach near their home was a ship unlike any she has ever seen before. The ship is a huge ocean, no hyphen, going sail-powered ship.
okay.
Uh,
Here's a good question.
okay, man.
I
I am the storm that is approaching.
okay.
Provoking black clouds in isolation. I am reclaimer of my name. Born in flames, I have been blessed. My family crushes the demon of death.
Okay. It's just it's so fucking I knew that line, I'm the storm, will fucking get a reference in one of the fanfics we're reading. It's just
I'm just
wait.
waiting. I remember bringing up this all the way back during when we were writing Sideways of Lights, and I just immediately started thinking about I am the storm. That's what it got this intro. All right. Okay. But it could also be powered by but it could also be powered by massive oars. That is not how ships were. Not powered. It can be moved by the massive oars. It uses trimes. We're not long seafaring ship. I don't
know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck a trimes is.
Oh, it's a Roman style ship here. Roman ships.
Yeah, I know how they
It's
look.
there's three main ships. There's a triemere, the quadrime, and quinquereme. This is what each boat would It's like this is a comparison. I'm trying to find it right quick. Each one was used for different ship
Purposes. Yeah.
Probably. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I gotta look it up. But yeah, he's probably using the Quinter character, the longest ship ever. But even then, it's like wow. Okay. See, Tazuna and her son Inari look upon the massive ship. Seeing beyond it are dozens of other ships. The ship mainsail had no. I take back immediately what I. Okay, remember what I said about him being at least better, having brighter writing than Nakidora? I take that back.
At least maybe this gets better. Like with.
It's like I immediately take it back. I take it back. I take all of that back. It's like I was giving you the huge benefit of the doubt, but then you're just like, no, I take it back. The ship's main sail has an image of an eagle on it, colored red and gold for the eagle. Oh my god, that just see.
Oh, that's just unnecessary.
Actually, let me look at what his previous fanfics were. That's explains something. Because let me see here. What was this his first fanfic? Because usually your first fanfic is like riddled full of mistakes like that. Here, oh my god, he has a Patreon.
The fuck? This asshole has a Patreon. Last time I checked, you can't really link stuff in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
about.
fanfic.net, they are extremely stingy. You put even remotely anything resembling a URL in there, they will take it out as if you've done something. And
Yeah,
I try to spell fanfic.net and I kept it all together. They took it out.
just don't
So it's his first fanfic, so I'm going up. I'm trying to find Roman Fox right now. Okay. Judging from the date, he made this March 29th, 2013. His earliest fanfic was all the way back in January 2004.
2004.
So he had like years to improve upon beforehand.
9 years. He's been working. Oh,
They needed to sail near land to beach and be clean to prevent the ship running out. Yeah, they were not. Those are not. Those are not seafaring ships. Those are coast ships. They're coast. They're coast liners. They have to follow the coast.
they. That's why they couldn't like just take a trip to Americas. I think even going to Britain was a task.
Yeah, it was in itself. Going to Britannia was a challenge because the thing is, they mostly relied. There's a reason why Rome built roads instead of more ships because roads get them around. Because they built roads for a reason and not a whole lot of ships. They still built ships, but roads are more effective in a way.
Yeah.
It's like less reliable upon the elements of the sea. Because here's the thing: the sea is a tough mistress, and in a moment it can have a temper tantrum and completely throw you off course.
Yeah, it's just it's funny to see reading a fanfic from a creator, reading a story that was made in 2005, and seeing that writer still making stories, less and not that much, but still.
Yeah, this guy. This doesn't explain why he's making so many mistakes in, like the initial opening. Because the thing is, he shouldn't be making these mistakes. He has clearly years of experience behind his belt. He should have been able to catch on to these simple grammatical errors like this. Unless he's so confident in his writing, he doesn't recognize his problems. Anyways, on the ship, standing at the helm of the ship is General Drake of an old house that has given the Empire many fine soldiers since the founding. Okay, so it's the Roman Empire. He was chosen to lead the invasion of the Eastern Continent. Oh my god, there's so many problems. He's leading a force of legionaries, 10,000 strong, to create a beachhead for the floodgates of the Roman army to march through.
Okay, I never get the 10,000 strong. What does that mean?
It means Holy Ninja. How many ships would you say they would need in order to carry like a force of 10,000 strong?
Like 10,000 men?
10,000 strong is like it's a rough equivalent of saying, oh god, oh no, he's gone. Oh god.
Oh god, how do you know he's gone?
Well, it's at the zero. The viewer counts down to 0.
Oh great, he doesn't want to answer. It wasn't answered because that was so stupid of an answer.
Well, that or he's on his phone. He's looking at the answer, so he can't be viewing the stream at the same time.
Okay, he's watching on his phone. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's continue going.
Okay, yeah. Before it's decided.
10,000 strong to create a beachhead for the floodgates of the Roman army to march through. For it's decided for the old sailing ships that were going to be scrap or sold be used to test the land first. Then once a safe port is made, the stream ships would come in.
Okay. What does this mean?
That means he's going to answer in an Arthur's note at the very end of the story. Like at the very end of this chapter. He's going to answer that question.
Oh, it's like Wikipedia with the numbers. Oh.
Yeah, I keep this in mind. I'll talk about it later. Okay, and we got back one viewer. Is that you, Ninja? If so, great. Look at this. This for it's decided that the old sailing ships that were going to be scrap or sold be used to test the land first, and once a safe port is made, these steam ships will come in. Whoever's in the chat now, Rome has steamships, which is a very, very old, which is a technology that that would take years of research in order to get. Like I'm talking we're talking years about research, industrialization in order to make the technology to make steamships even remotely possible.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Like it's
Where
like
do
when you go over the because the science of steamships is it's not something that's simple enough to create easily. It required a massive amount of industrialization and research in order to get the concept of a steam engine going, as well as the fact that it needed water. It required cold water and everything. It's like it's not a resource. Like steamships is a very I may be talking my ass here with how little I know about actual steam technology, but 10,000 men is at least two legions. There needs to be more than one ship. What is this, 40k Romans? They did say there were dozens of other ships. So two legions, two whole legions of legionnaires.
okay?
Yes, there's multiple ships. Like he does say that right here. Sailing beyond it are dozens of other ships. There are multiple ships here, Oldie, so he got that detail right. Like he's not stupid and thought that there was 10,000 that one ship could hold up 10,000 men. Unfortunately, we won't see. I highly doubt we'll see that same line of logic anywhere else. Let's keep going. For it's in a war of attrition that the Roman Empire, with vast reserves and supply lines, would be able to outlast just about any army. Because this modern Roman Empire is much different from the old one that fell. For old Rome wasn't self-sufficient enough to maintain its empire without the looting of a new land. Or these
The,
the
okay,
Where's the undead Egyptians? Oh my god, there's undead Egyptians. I would pay money to see that. But yeah,
okay, okay. Is he confusing Romans for Vikings?
no, no, it's not.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah,
No,
Roman
no,
did.
even then, like Vikings need to raid. That's a misconception. They did raid, yes, but the thing is that it's Cold War. They're just better at it than everyone else. They're just better at it. You know,
Okay,
it
okay.
was in a war between that the Roman Empire, with vast reserves and supply lines, would be able to outlast just about any army. Because this modern Roman Empire is much different from the old one that fell. For old Rome wasn't self-sufficient enough to maintain its empire without the looting of a new land, as is often the case with a stable, growing population and economy. Rome faced the difficulties of inflation and sometimes too much economic growth, both leading to cycles of boom and bust, which made it the first modern city in her world. While many things were different, so many would be the same. As the science of economics wouldn't be developed for a few millennia, Rome found itself unable to cope with the complexities of managing the marketplace, since the environmental factors fueling Rome's population growth. I'll be sure to look into that. Since the economic fueling Rome's population growth also fueled the populations of the barbarians surrounding the empire, it led to the perfect storm that gradually ate away at Rome and led to its downfall. Yeah, Rome kind of collapsed in on itself. It just couldn't handle itself anymore. It grew too big. The thing is that Rome didn't. The reason why Rome, there were several reasons why Rome fell. But the first and foremost is that it grew too big and was unable to keep it going. Like they started to stagnate. But then a woman appeared with a mind like any other. She invented a farming machine that could do the work of 10 slaves in the wheat fields that surrounded her home, which got in the eye of the emperor of the time, and had her create the first factory to make more, which starts a revolution in technology that gave a birth to the empire, which became the new Roman Empire. Info dump, great. Yep, this is an info dump because we gotta get it now. It's gonna be a while. She insisted that what she's doing isn't magic but science, which looks for the cause of the things people just label as an act of God. For when something falls out of the sky isn't a sign from God, but a piece of rock, she calls a movement that's replaced superstition and fear with logic and clear thinking. So she's the 40k emperor. It's like, mind you, the 40k emperor he absolutely wiped out all manner of religions just to replace it with logical thinking. Yeah,
Yeah, and then and then acts like God himself. Like, what a hypocrite!
no, he doesn't act like a god. He dislikes being called a god. Well, the man is he humiliated his own son when he referred to him as a god. But again, he's not that great. Just like he's not perfect. He's not a great father. In fact, he's anything but the perfect father. Now, the only way the church be able to label something as a sign of God is if there was no way to explain it, which the church found hard to do, as they couldn't just say a man can part the sea when it's clear that the spot where the sea had parted is due to the tide going out. Oh God. But the emperor made it clear that anyone who says that God is talking to them and them alone isn't to be trusted, as branch of the church whose leader said so.
Uh,
Um, when did the Roman Empire adopt the church again? I'm pretty sure it would take a long while for it to take. It's like you're gonna need specifics. That there were completely different eras of the Roman Empire. Even the Roman Empire still had still like did worship the Greek gods and like on their own version of Greek gods and everything. It would be a while before they actually adopted the manner before they adopted Christianity as the official religion.
it just
Uh,
oh Jesus
so
Christ! They're a bunch of atheists, atheist Romans with World War I era weapons. Holy shit!
somehow Roman society became very progressive and scientific. So nothing like ancient Rome. Yep, it is absolutely nothing like ancient Rome. You want to know what's a good,
Though,
inspiration of Rome, but still manages to be separate? It's actually not even Rome. It's just it's Greco-Roman in design. That would be the I forgot their name, the Lem Empire from the Magi. They're technically Greco-Roman, but their leaders called them is a Magi called Scheherazade, who was an actual figure. Your her thing, like they were very Greco-Roman, but this thing is extremely. But Ninja, we haven't even gotten to the worst stuff yet. Just you'll see what happens next. Um, Later was shown to be nothing more than a con man who used people's blind belief to become rich. As he said, that God would be pleased with gold being given to the church. Um, that would take a okay. There was no okay. The organized church took a while to be established, and then once it was established, it took a while to be corrupted. Um, okay, I have occasion to say so. Now, after years of rebuilding the empire and retaking lost lands, it's time for a conquest of a new land. With the discovery of lands across the sea, the mighty military might of the empire began tuning out soldiers. The medieval church wasn't very anti-science, since most of the important scientists in the Middle Ages and the 1800s were monks. Yeah, monks and scribes. Guess what? Scientists used to be religious people.
yeah,
There used to be
yeah,
monks and scribes. Their entire dedications was to the advancement of mankind. If anything, it's like religion was a stepping stone for science.
yeah, and weird enough, I don't know. Yeah, I
It's like
heard.
wise, like the sages were wise men. The Magi were wise men. They were all technically seen. They were seen as, but the thing, like that's what caused them to be the way they are now. That's what people. Now, after years of review, for 2 years, as information through traders and merchant ships are gathered, the army prepared for the invasion. For the last thing the emperor wants to have is if what the wants if to have a failed invasion because they misjudged the people of the new land or as a plague that's spreading across the land. And not once they set foot on a new land, they'd be ready. No, once they set foot on the land, they'd be ready with weapons and supplies. Now here it comes. Here we go. Just like the Roman soldiers of old are simple in design and straight to the point. In terms of arms and ornament, each legionary carried a gladius and a rifle. The gladius is the Roman short sword, intended more for thrusting than for slashing. The rifle is the new model that replaced the bolt action one, the M1 Magnus.
Magnus.
It's a semi-automatic rifle, chamber for the dealing with a .30-06 rifle cartridge, holding 8 rounds, allowing a single soldier to lay down suppression fire while they're reloaded. Oh, hey, Michael. Oh, it's nice to see you too. Oh, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Me neither. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you, Stark. Oh, Ninja,
Did
clearly we're dealing with an aging atheist. Yeah, we are.
oh,
I don't know what is going on here. We are going over the info dump that this person so graciously delivered to us. What he's doing is explaining how the Romans now have guns. They are also equipped with a triangular air socket bayonet for close combat. The redesigned tower shield, which was made from layers of wood and metal, is a rectangular, semi-cylindrical body shield that can protect the whole body of the person using it. Could now withstand bullets and forming a shield wall with both protection and allows the rifleman to attack from safety. How far is their range? In terms of arms, they wore light but strong steel and cuirasses, breastplates over wool padding, hardened leather skirts, and heavy boots. The armor itself consisted of broad, ferrous steel strips, girth hoops fastened to internal ladder straps. The strips were arranged horizontally around the body, overlapping downwards, and they surrounded the torso in two halves, being fastened at the front and back. The upper body and shoulders were protected by additional straps, shoulder guards, and breast and back plates. It's what? How? Because during some time, a woman made a machine that managed to farm. There was a farming machine that could do the work of 10 slaves in the wheat field that surrounded her homes, and then the emperor gave her no ability to build her own factory, and then she made more and more, and then science happened, and then overthrew the church. Yeah, there you go. A fanfic featuring the Roman army who aren't the Roman army invading the world of Naruto, who apparently aren't going to be ran like Naruto ninjas. There's your answer.
Oh God! It just explain. It just
Yeah, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Just you wait.
there's
The form of the armor allowed it to be stored very compactly, since it was very possible to separate into 4 sections. To fit meant to close the various plate sections together, buckles, lubat hinges, hinge straps, tie hooks, tie rings, etc. The design of the helmet reflected their focus on. He forgot to put the other end of the parentheses. My
What?
God.
what?
He forgot to put the other. You forgot to put the other end of the parentheses. Oh my God.
The hell is that?
What an idiot.
What are you talking about?
Look, there's no other end to the parentheses.
Like, there's no dot.
No, there's no, like, he put in parentheses here. When you're finished, you're supposed to put another parentheses at the end of it. The parentheses is supposed to highlight, like, unimportant information, but you assume it's important. He forgot to put that down. Oh my God, it's. First, he's making more mistakes than Slip Lucky Dora in the first chapter. Beside their helmets reflected their focus on slashing swordplay, as it protected the top and side of the heads, but not the face. The plumes on some of the helmets are reserved for officers and an identifier for rank. In a formation, it would be like fighting a meat grinder, but the main weakness of the Roman army was that they were only strong when they were in a formation. One-on-one, they weren't that strong or much stronger than other warriors. They also didn't have that much variety of attacks, but then again, it worked for them for a very long time. With the introduction of the gun, changed all that. For new formations and attack plans have been formed around the new weapon, and they have proven time and time being effective and trained warriors skilled with melee weapons. Depends upon the model of gun. What the hell? Yeah, that's not the end of it. We're not even done. We're not even remotely done.
Wake me up when there's a dialogue.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, but once their fighting force was slaughtered, for Sparta was the first land to be taken by the new Roman Empire. Their warriors were trained from childhood to be warriors. How did Sparta get free? How did Sparta get free again?
Sparta?
Yes, Sparta got free again. I thought the Romans took that from the Macedonians.
What the fuck?
But only their fighting force was slaughtered without a single lost. For the Romans made it clear that the gun is the way of the future of warfare. Not for a long, on your freaking life. It depends upon what kind of gun. Because the thing is, early guns were crap. We are not done yet. No, we are not done yet. We are not even remotely finished. So apparently no tax for me to defeat the Roman army for the invention of guns. There are plenty of tactics made to defeat a shield wall. Like there's this, like there's a thing that the Vikings did called the Swine's Array. It was designed primarily to overrun the shield wall. The shield is effective as the man in front. Once their fighting force was slaughtered without a single loss for the Romans, made it clear that the guns. The gladius is only kept after being remodeled to be more of a tool that can also be used as a weapon. Okay, fun fact about me: tools are just weapons that does something other than hurting people, but it still can hurt people. The gladius is only kept after being remodeled to a beam. Okay, the hill is designed to counteract the shock of striking a solid object. It has to be fitted with a crossguard, so it's not even a gladius. He doesn't even. It's not even the old gladius. He just changes it. Better maneuverability and defensive movement. The hull has also been lengthened and reinforced for superior grip and ease to wield it. Drake climbed down from the rope ladder, being the first Roman soldier to step foot on the new land. He stared at the two natives, a mother and her young son. They are the first ones to see what's only the first step to conquering this land known as the Elemental Nation countries. Author's note: the Romans are around these. Oh my god, no. The Romans are around Civil War level tech and weapons, with some more advanced techs on the side. Since ninjas have advanced medical equipment while having no idea what a gun is, their guns use
Okay.
shell casings which make them deadly to ninjas, because they're not a single shot guns but repeating action guns. So then a ninja dodging one bullet will have to worry about the other bullets coming out of the other gun after the first one. As I don't care how skilled the ninja is, being shot is still being shot. Anyone
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who's ever being shot will tell you it's not a simple thing to just pick yourself up afterwards. That's what those that do. It's only thanks to massive amounts of adrenaline keeping them standing on their feet. But once that fades, all that pain comes down for crashing. And this is with drugs or chocolate will be tougher to take down because of this, but enough firepower will bring them down, or a bullet hitting something like their head. And it's not just one person shooting at the ninja, but many. Why did this is the German act trying to Tetraber? But why didn't the Roman Empire collapse? Aglias doesn't have a crossguard. The reason why the Roman Empire didn't collapse, no, it did. The Roman Empire did fall. It's just that somehow they did. And no nation copied the Roman way of fighting, thus being their equal. The guy's world-building is dumb than the world-building of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh fuck, Jesus.
We're not done yet. This is not official author's note. Mind you, power creep levels started to happen around Naruto Shippuden. There are jutsus in Naruto Shippuden that could wipe out an army. And I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
So really, gun meet giant fireball. Or multiple fireballs. Like, really think about this.
All right. Question. You said they used World War One era weapons, but this is like Civil War.
I was apparently wrong. But, well, not exactly. Bolt action guns were a long way from the Civil War. Civil War still used muskets. They just made better muskets.
Yeah, muskets are fucking worse.
It's like they did make better weapons. Thanks to America. Remember, they it will be a long while before they actually made guns that did the thing that they're doing now. Because mind you, and now repeating bolt action rifles. If I'm not mistaken, that's late 19th century to early 20th. Yep, Naruto Shippuden Power Creep Shimaru. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So not going in on how the Roman Empire soldiers wouldn't be able to fight the ninjas because I'm not using anime logic, but real life logic and how things would happen.
Real life logic in fan fiction about anime.
See you, ninja. Anyways, Anyway, we're not finished yet. We're not finished. This is only the first chapter. 2,
Yeah.
Romans were accepting and having different fates than many think. There were many temples of different gods for the cross fate took over. And the reason why the fate wasn't seen as a good thing when it just showed up is because people who had never heard about it hearing it the first time were made for the followers eat the body of their god and drink their blood, making many think the followers have a taste for humans, and that the fate is like having a gun pointing to your face. You either believe in this fate or you go straight to hell, no matter how good you are in life. Because this new fate says that anybody who doesn't follow this fate goes to hell no matter what.
Yeah, okay.
That's the reason why the Romans view the fate with disdain, as the other fates are more friendly compared to the new one. Okay.
It's just.
I think you're, I don't know my Christian history, so so if there are any Christians in the chat, can you confirm?
Okay, it's just. Okay, I don't really want to hear a history lesson about how the hell Christians took over the Roman Empire.
Oh, great. Even if I thought this want me to keep going, it's like, no, don't.
Just fucking don't. Also, Dr. Crow name dropped our series name. What the fuck are we reading?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, he forgot the R. Okay, whatever. Let's. Oh, finally, some dialogue.
Oh, yeah. Let's get going. Setting up shop. Drake walked around the city of waves as the engineer troops repaired the buildings he had badly needed to be repaired. What the? Okay, Well, I remember what happened to the land of waves after the bridge was built. They did prosper. They did improve. Or are they still in some like there? From what you read a bunch of gibberish. There's a major misunderstanding of the Christian faith, and I am an atheist, and I still know he's speaking BS. Hey, Grant.
Oh, hello, Grant. It's just nice to see you here.
Uh, you saw boatloads of engineers marched out from the ships carrying tools and equipment onto the disrepaired docks. You saw one of the supply carts handing out bags of food to the people of Waves as they waited in line, which were taken from Gato. Wait, so this is what? What's the timeline of events here? Is this before or after the Wave arc? Because I assume before, or from the implications he's making, so it's before the Wave arc. I mean, okay. Drake and his soldiers takes up control of his tower and warehouses on the mainland. Gato and his men are being used as slave labor to build a fort being built on the island. Why'd you put a comma here? That means that okay. If you don't need a punctuation mark here. Just none whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
The supplies they kept are being used to help build a fort and to repair the city. Drake knew his orders and the main orders to create a safe port for the rest of the invasion to use. In less than a week, they may have managed to take control of a native city of this new island. Wow, a week?
Okay. How's the bridge?
Said Drake asked one of the engineers who came to him to give him updates of the projects going on around the city.
Did ask?
Yep. What everybody said about Slipknot, him having at least better grammar than Slipknot Dora, I immediately take all of that back. I take back everything positive I even remotely said about this guy.
At least Slipknot the door improved in later stories. At least I think so. I just
hope so. But yeah.
Oh God, Slipknot the Dora is like. I probably know her or him more because I have read more stories. It's like you with Mad Hat, probably.
Yeah.
You know him more than I do. So it makes sense.
Anything positive I think I might have said about this guy, I take every single one of that back.
When the fuck you said anything positive about this guy? It's just
when we started, I said something positive about him, I immediately take that back. This is my official no. It's like, nope, not anymore. It's like yeah, you're right. I mean, at least you write better. Nope, you don't write better. You write worse. Oh,
wait.
See you later, Nihilus.
Okay, if he has a Patreon, does that mean he has a YouTube channel?
No. Some writers pick up Patreon to have more free time on their hands to write more. It's like they're used to fun the stories. Which I don't think I'll ever pick up a Patreon, not because I don't want the money, but because it's like I'm doing this because I want to, not because I want it to feel like a job. I'd rather not do it because it's any obligation to do so.
I don't want to do this. I just write for fun.
Yeah. It's like it stops being fun when it feels like a job.
Yeah.
But not saying that all those have Patreon makes their career into a job, but just me. But in the case of writing, me personally, I don't want to get a Patreon because then I'll make it feel as if I'm doing this for a job. And it's like, no, I don't want to do it like that. Oh my god, we dropped 2 viewers. I insulted some people. Sorry.
Okay, probably people that have Patreons.
Yeah, not saying. Dang it! I really need to. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
To be complete for Nightfall. Okay, here you go.
Okay. The bridge will be completed before nightfall. We're still getting used to the machines that have learning to what is that English?
That is English.
I think I would better understand if I read it in Latin.
Then I'm straight. Well, do you want me to switch it over to Latvian? It'll probably make reading this more tolerable. Because then I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Then it will sound even. Then I will laugh even more.
Here, let me see if I can convert this entire page over to Latvian.
Okay, that is. I swear to God that when I try to rewrite my stories, the whole page transformed into Latvian. Even the text I was writing, the Latvian. Like I was laughing. I don't know if that was a good translation, but fuck me hell, that was weird. Wait,
Anyways, let's keep going.
I just gonna.
Yeah, I gotta take back. I, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not saying. I did say that to badmouth anyone has a Patreon. I am sorry for that. I apologize.
okay.
We're also getting builders to help us in installing electric. It's electric. And connect the water pipes.
Silvers, whatever. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm a music composer. I don't have a Patreon, but when it fucking works.
When it works, it doesn't.
Oh boy.
Here we. Let's keep going. It's. Yep. You know, to connect the water pipes to the city sewer system, the engineer reported.
Okay. Take it slow. We're in no rush.
Drake said, "It's the people of Waves are grateful for the Romans and freeing them from Gatto's control."
I trust that the men are controlling themselves. Oh God, is this gonna involve rape?
You may never know.
Okay.
And we can already tell he has this very that he's constructed Romans like this upholding members of society, their greatest people ever. You know, like my problem is that whenever you try to make whenever you try to make an empire, you don't ever want to have it be like very idyllic, because it's like you can't like I'm not saying you can't do that. It's just that when it comes down to it, like if you're priding yourself on being realistic, you can't have it be idyllic, because idyllic societies is in itself realistically not possible. If you're going completely fancy, then yeah, go ahead. But but if you're trying to go for like realism, no, you just don't do that.
Okay, it's just whatever.
Like,
Oh
but
God.
we said, superpower characters, plotter and protector Cagnus, and rule of cool. He implying that he will be grounded. So why does it make it feel like yeah, the people have ways to be grateful, but we don't see much. We don't see much. We don't see much. We just see them waiting in line, hanging out with bags of food. That's as much as we can imply.
When will the Naruto characters appear?
Soon.
Okay. Where did it go?
Right here.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
Okay. Well, yes, sir. All the men are controlling themselves with the people controlling themselves. It just sounds
Okay.
like they're controlling themselves not to rape these people.
What do you mean by controlling themselves for it? It's like also why does he use praetor? Because I'm pretty sure it's the correct terminology you would be using. Like it's the same meaning, but praetor is more accurate to the Romans.
Oh
Like,
God! Oh God!
okay,
The engineer. Oh, I should have said it in a Texan accent.
yeah, right here. Praetor, also spelled praetor or praetor in English, was a title granted by the government of ancient Rome to men acting in one of two official capacities: the commander of an army and an elected magistratus, assigned various duties.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Well, how's the other fort?
Drake asked.
Well, the fort on the mainland is going well. We're integrating the building.
Oh yeah, he can't even spell integrating right.
What?
He did spell integrating right.
What? Integrate?
No, it's the correct word is integrating.
Fuck! I said it correctly.
Yeah, he can't even say that right.
Fuck me. Also, I'm speaking a Texan accent for the engineer mainly because every
I
time I
know.
hear, Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, now, I don't solve problems like love. I solve them with a gun.
into the force layout, saving us time and resources.
You know what? That's good. We're almost.
Okay, good. I'm sure Governor Crocker,
Krog,
Cracker,
Crocker.
Governor Cracker.
Oh my god, no, let's call him out. Oh my god, remember, you see Monty Python in the Life of Brian, right?
Yeah, I have like
Let's,
biggest.
let's call this guy Governor. Oh my god. Governor Cocker? It's magistrate. Not governor, magistrate.
Magistrate. Wait, there was no governor in Roman Empire.
No, the correct terminology for governor would be magistrate, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Magistratus. Like here, governor
Okay.
in ancient Rome. What were they called? Oh no, they're okay. They're known as a propate. They're known as a propraetor.
Propraetor.
Yep, or a proconsul.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking at this and how why, so yeah, is pleased with the tower. Seriously, this guy has like years of experience on his belt. How is he not catched up on these little mistakes?
Okay.
Get the same excuse as Sleep Nucky Dora did because Sleep Nucky Dora made and finished his fanfic within 6 months. It took him well over a year to complete this one. I assume that it meant that he uploaded like once every month or so. Why isn't there any Society or Augustus, etc.?
Okay. Why the hell there's
Hey,
four?
at least tell me that they still have crucifixions. Otherwise, that's my immersion broken.
Wait.
Is like, if you don't have crucifixions, then you aren't Roman.
Yeah, you're not Roman. God damn it. Okay. Okay, Crocker, Drake. Every time I hear Drake, I just swear there's another one named Joss somewhere around here.
Drake and Josh pray towards the Roman army.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there was like a funny meme with the where's the door hole, but replaced with where's Jesus' body in his tomb. Jesus Christ, I just love those memes. Okay,
Drake
okay.
asks, as with past invasions, if governor came along with the invasion to handle daily affairs, help integrate the new conquered land and its people to become a part of the empire.
Yes, she is. Oh, she's a female?
Yep, it's a female.
Croc.
The engineer said. I'm gonna revert back to what Ninja said about Rome. I'm gonna keep this up for the next 5 minutes or so. And it's an important fact that we all get this. It's an important fact that we all make this clear first and foremost regarding these guys. Just remember this. This is like just remember. So everyone remembers this is
Well, there were some scientific intricacies, but mainly
not on the scale of this Roman Empire. Because you making this seem as if the Roman Empire became very progressive, scientific, and just overall very anti-religious overnight, which is not even possible. Because the thing is, you just don't remove religion like that. Because my thing is that the problem with us removing religion was that we didn't replace it with morals. Because the thing with religion is that it comes with morals, and then when we removed it, we forgot to put in our own morals, and that's how we get degeneracy. That's how we get deviance. That's how we get deviancy. It's like I may sound very old, basic, but that's essentially one thing I have. It's like it's up to the individual person to have their own morals, in which that is a good thing. There are lots of people out there that have their own individual morals. But let's keep going.
Okay. Where the fuck did I go?
Right here, and
and she's having talks with the Lord of Waves. Lord of Waves.
I don't think there is a lord of the. I don't think there is a lord. It's just another governor.
Fuck. And how best. Oh, governor of waves. That just sounds fucking more ridiculous. About how the best to interrogate with the new rule. He doesn't like the idea of becoming a part of an empire, but is going along with it.
Wait a minute, then why are you going along with it if you don't like it? It's like, can we see this discussion? It's like they're saying but not showing.
And this is from. And this is a. And this is a. And this is a lit, a story that doesn't have any pictures. So
Now,
when
mind
you
you,
use
like
show don't.
show don't tell is still very much important in writing without pictures to show it.
Yeah.
It's like you can describe things without having to necessarily tell it. Yeah, because you could just let the visuals you describe tell it.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he doesn't have much choice in the matter. What kind of lord allows things to get this bad in the first place? What are you typing?
I just like this.
Okay, how are you guys holding up?
Regarding this. I know it sounds bad.
Okay. Okay.
I recognize I make a couple of mistakes in that sentence, but hey, that's one sentence that still has the meaning behind it that you can guess.
Okay.
Because regarding this is completely unnecessary. It's because holding up should imply exactly what I mean to with how they're holding up regarding.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
what kind of lord allows things to get this bad in the first place? Drake asked.
Well, it seems that instead of having standing armies, the lord of these lands hire warriors called ninjas to do their fighting. Besides the few guards, the most of the lord can field in a few hundred soldiers at best. Conquering his country is a simple matter by getting the lords to side with the empire. God damn, I cannot fucking do a good Texan accent. God damn it.
Destroy your past. You'll let you get the nail of it. The engineer said, "Yes, they have more advanced technology in some fields than us, but we clearly have the edge in weapons." Drake said.
Well, but for what? I have heard these ninjas have strange power they gain by using energy called chakra.
The engineer said, "We'll see how powerful their chakra is. Remember, we're Romans. We don't let superstition and fear get the better of us. These ninjas are just a problem that need a practical solution. We dealt with magic users before and we have taken them down. The first firearms were thought as magic wands when they first appeared. I'm sure that the men will be surprised by these ninjas, but once they understand they're nothing more than people with strange powers, they will understand that they are just people, and people who can bleed and die."
It means if Father, that predator line. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
But people die when they are killed.
except some person that except when they don't.
Drake said. Mind you, there's power. On the mainland.
Oh no.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
why is Tazuna here?
Doesn't okay, one of the characters from
No,
Naruto.
no, Tazuna's here, but if I were to go back,
Oh,
it
come
is here.
on. Doesn't
How is how is he at the house, but yet not at the house? Oh my god, we're not even halfway in and we're already running into an inconsistency in the story.
really?
It's like he said he put Tazuna there, implying that Tazuna was in the house when the Romans came. And then now he's implying that Tazuna was out of the house and he was going to hire the ninjas? What?
Okay. Uh Michael Stark says we're world in this story. No shit.
He just slapped the Romans in there without thinking. My god.
Uh,
Oh god. I never read past the first chapter for a very good reason, guys. I could instantly sense what was going to go wrong.
you never finished this?
I barely got past the first chapter. I never bothered reading on. So
Oh,
this is my raw reaction to it.
Oh, just like you. So fuck me.
Well, at least with Alliance, I got the idea for the first 3 chapters. I just didn't expect it to go the way it did in the later ones.
But I knew because I have read that multiple times before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's worried about the ninjas that have been hired to kill him, making him think of his daughter and grandson back home. What he didn't expect was a new city be standing where Gano's base stood. What was a tall building surrounded by warehouses was an instant town of thousands. What? Okay. I mean, alright. I mean, I completely understand. You got me. I'm pretty sure the land of waves is actually a village, and the village is no bigger than, like some 1,000 mass, like 2,000. Like, not a whole lot of people, but still, it's like big for a village. It's not that hard.
What is wrong? What is up?
I was
Oh,
on my own story. Something with space warfare, like 2 sides fight like war, then third side secret create conflict, attack after both of them say after the war. Sounds better than this. And that's a pretty good concept in its own. Yeah. It's like I'm not wondering what the hell am I reading? Why? Why am I reading this? What? I mean, alright. Sound intense or huge. The field hospital had gone up first, complete with prefabricated board floors. Thousands labored, digging ditches and pit latrines until the product could be sold, throwing up the ramparts of earth and timber forts in a steep beam and ditch around the whole camp. A pontoon wharf extending out of the arbor was nearly ready, and when it was the freighters could unload direct. Okay, all right, I'm just going to ignore this. The job of the soldiers who lived in the fort being built in ways without law and order among the local population. For what he has seen of the forts being built like they could be small towns, some would cover up to 54 acres of land. Inside, the soldiers would have everything they would need: housing, food supplies, workshops, stables, officers, baths, and a medical center. It this that's a mod. That's a 20th. That's uh, that's
oh.
that's a military base that wasn't really all that possible. It's like they did take forts, yes, they took forts, they fortified it, but not on the level of this, I assume. I may be wrong. So if I'm wrong, anyone like correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think military bases were constructed with that many utilities needed.
What? A few.
And that's not all, like 54 acres of land. It's like housing. Like housing is not something you would see. Is most camps, unless they were a fort, they were camps, and camps were temporary. They come and go like the wind. It wasn't until what was a fort then became the base standard, and the fort became fuck you.
Fort became fuck you.
Yeah, forts became even more fort. Fort. Double forts. Screw off.
Okay, but
It, it, be,
what?
it be a fully functional town within the fort, and the town would likely spring up outside the walls in a few months. This wasn't here when I left. Tasman says he couldn't think of anything else to say. It wasn't, Naruto asked as he and the other younger ninjas stared at the fort being built and a strange people
Oh,
building it.
oh! Finally, Naruto appeared.
This is this is trouble, Kakashi said as he took any information he could from what he's seeing. The Kage will need to know all he can give him. There is a foreign army, judging from their looks and their clothing. You can see that some of them are much bigger than the average person, standing around 6 foot. I mean, the average male can be the average male can be like 5'7" and like 6 foot. All right. The fort had a donkey powered mill. Donkey power. Yeah. Food by the grain taken in from the warehouses taken from Gado, and a slaughterhouse for the animals from the farms and the animals they had brought with them, mostly pigs. An army has to eat every day, knowing that the supply chain for the harbor would be hard to maintain for a larger army. They would have to take provisions from the surrounding areas. surrounding land, but with the rare supplies that Gato had, they're well stocked for now. How convenient. In most cases, that shit gets burned. Because it's like, if I can't have this, screw you, neither can you. It's like scorched earth is a powerful, very powerful tactic. Because what it does is screw over everyone that tries to take. Because it's like, okay, we can't have this town, but we can't let them have all those supplies there. Set fire to the food, take what you can without slowing yourself down, and burn the rest. As we're moving on, it's like that will screw over an army when they deplete the supplies to take a town, but they don't get any from it. It's like, right? The walls wouldn't, but some of the walls have been replaced by cement. Cement walls. Cement walls. Cement.
Last time I checked, the cement walls. What's even going on? Jesus Christ, this is so boring.
Okay.
This is.
Oh, hey, how convenient. Google immediately guessed I was about to ask. Cement, ancient Rome. Okay. All right. Yeah. There was concrete. Rome did use concrete. Okay. Okay. It's called Opus Incementitium. Yeah. 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 That makes sense. Never mind. He's fine. You got that. You got that right. You did get that right. We're just like you could see kind of why I don't like this already. Look, soldiers are hard at work placing a temporary wooden wall with a stone one that offers better protections. Wait, why? If they have cement walls, why are they building stone walls? It's like, do they not have enough cement or something? It's like, in fact, why did they bother building cement first? It's like, it would make sense if they were going for stone then, but even then, it's like, stone was not. Like, here, let me look at something. Stone fortifications. Stone fortifications. There were stone fortifications. And no, fortifications are not obsolete. It just needs to be evolved. Everything is though.
Jesus Christ. You're just.
Okay. Let's keep going. Look at towers have already been set up with guards on the lookout on them. Kakashi can make out that there are men and women soldiers making up the army. Bringing us up again, so if you ask questions why there's women in the army, just remember
Total War Rome. Too. It also has Rome is female soldiers for some reason.
I'm just gonna point that out. Once more. The camp inside the walls had an orderly layout like some of the army camps he had seen before, in the absence of stink and odor. He's making it seem as if the ninjas are cretins.
This is cretins.
Oh,
Just,
we're still going. Okay, the smell of cooking fires, a whiff of fly stock as soldiers worked around the camp drifted on the wind. Rows of small khaki-colored tents, some larger ones were the officer quarters that lay on the side of a small central square. In front of the main building that was Gato's base, the buildings that were already there were integrated into the layout of the camp, with all the buildings being used for one thing or another by the soldiers. Gashi noticed that there weren't any camp followers at all in sight. All the armies he had seen always had some camp followers around to maintain the camp while the army rested or waited for the battle. Then he understood that all the soldiers were expected to be able to maintain the camp themselves without any camp followers, and that they would be able to move at a fast pace unlike any other armies that weren't ninja because they had to slow down for the camp followers to catch up. And from the winning buildings they're setting up to replace the tents, they were planning on staying for a while. Okay. This is nothing like ancient Rome. This is nothing like the typical fortifications you would see built. Thing is, they had people to help them out. because the army needs to rest. Setting up a camp is not easy labor. It's hard labor. You need to set up the tents, you need to set up everything. Camp followers were a thing for a reason. It took years before we eventually stopped using camp followers. It took us centuries, millennia. They eventually stopped because then we saw them. Then we, because, yeah. Oh, anyways, let's keep going. Daddy understood, okay. And for the women for saying to replace the tents, they were planning on staying for a while. Halt! A squad of 7 soldiers shot out as they marched towards the group. What do we do? Wait, and Sakura asked her teacher. Oh. Dialogue for you to read.
Halt!
A squad of 7 soldiers shot out as they marched towards the ninja group.
What do we do?
Sakura asked her teacher.
Wait and see.
Kakashi said, not wanting to start anything until he knows more.
Old man, are you Tezuna?
The lead soldier asked.
Yes, that's me.
Tazuna answers.
I am
Corporal.
Corporal
What?
Suckral.
Not even ranks are kept. Not even ranks are kept. Jesus, you could at least make them sound Roman. It's like, is it that hard to do?
Oh,
God.
Jesus. You could have.
Okay.
Okay, you're.
Corporals were ranked that were later established when a standardized military system was in place. We didn't have corporals for a long while. When we did. It was when we generally started to replace, like, he doesn't even make them sound Roman. He doesn't even make them sound remotely Roman.
It's just.
And even a definition of what a corporal will do. It's a weird thing. Like, for example, corporals in the Air Force, they're called E3s, and they're essentially pawns. And that's not insulting them. That's being honest to God. Okay.
Like, they were.
Okay.
I did. It's just.
Oh,
Good
they're called
Lord.
E4s. Okay. I don't know the history of them. I don't know their history. But I
What?
sorry about that.
Who was that?
Eh, no, let's keep going.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, your daughter asked for us to be on the lookout for you. The engineers have completed your bridge ahead of the timetable. Jeez, how much time has passed? I know bridges take a long time, especially during Roman times.
that you're forgetting, Latvia. These aren't the Romans. They have tools that can do the work of a 10 man.
Okay, yeah, I know, no.
Okay.
I'd rather write the Where Fox story than reading Where
Okay.
Fox.
Complete the bridge. It takes considering the stage of how the bridge was by the time to get there. It takes them about a. They were working on the bridge for a week, but I think they were there for quite long, like a couple weeks at best. I don't know. Hang on, let me look it up. The Great Narrow Bridge. How long was the bridge? How long did the detective used? Okay. Land of Waves. Okay. Okay. All right.
Weird fox. Just
I'm finding it right now. And yeah, I don't know, but it took a while. It took quite a while to make that pitch, but they did it. They did it faster. Let's keep reading.
oh, good lord. Okay. Complete my bridge. What about Gato?
Gatto.
Gato.
Also, he spelled Gatto wrong. Oh, there's no U in his name. It's just Gatto. Gato.
Gato. Gato.
Yeah, it's Gatto.
Arigato.
And
Okay.
Tazuna asks, taken aback from the sudden information.
Okay. He and the surviving men of his group have put to slave labor on building the fort on the island. Your daughter should be at her home and has been waiting for you to return.
Sacral said.
So much for our job.
Naruto said, causing Sakura to look closely at him and the other members of the group.
Are you four ninjas?
Sacral asked.
Yep.
Naruto answers. That's a character. But it's not that Naruto's stupid. It's just he's incredibly simple. Like, he's simple. He's simple, but he's not stupid. It just comes off. But simplicity can come off as stupidity. Until Shippuden, of course, and now it's just straight up stupidity.
You dope.
Sasuke said.
We're ninjas of the Leaf Village. Is that the real thing named in the anime?
Some authors use Leaf Village in the leaves. Some just use the Japanese name, which is Kona Hakugakure. That's on the highest level of weeaboo if I know the name.
Yeah, I will stick to Leaf Village. General will want to. Okay, it's probably spelled correctly. I just.
Nope. The general wants to meet with your group.
Oh, so it is wrong.
No, it's fine. It's a fine sentence. It's nothing wrong with it.
It's just bizarre. We will escort you to.
It's the general would want. No, it's would.
We will escort you. Okay, sure.
Kakashi says this would allow him to learn about these strange soldiers. He knows the weapons they carry. They look like spears, but the blades are connected to hollow tubes.
Wait, who are you?
Tazuna asks.
We're the legionnaires of the Roman Empire, and the land of the waves is now part of the. Oh, come on! You could just now land of waves is now part of it. Not Jesus Christ! Come on! I hate reusing words in the same sentence.
God.
I'll try anything to just not use that name in the sentence. Jesus Lord Christ.
I regret every decision I made. I regret. This fanfic is really testing. It took us faster to get. It's like as messed up as the story became, in Xamalin's Alliance, it took a while. It took till the halfway mark that it started to fall apart. I think it was falling apart already, but we got around. But
at least it wasn't fucking boring.
And it did try to do this much info dumping.
Jesus Christ. Just. Finally, it's over. Chapter 2 is over.
Author notes. 1. The ninjas will have the advantage of their chakra, but as the Romans fight them, the fear they inspired will fade. The summons are javelin, but enough bullets will kill them. They're still living beings and they do bleed, so if they're shot at times they will fall, as their size just makes them a bigger target. Not like the Godzilla monsters, they can't take the same kind of pounding as them. As in my other fix, a soldier from another world, the summon and tail beasts are powerful with modern weapons, they can't be taken away and down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Clearly, you
Uh,
don't understand the level of size these things have, you stupid motherfucker.
Jesus Christ, this is getting under your skin.
The average height for the Romans is around 5'10". Thanks to their better diet as the better farming tools and animal breeding programs on an industrial scale has led to the stronger and bigger children. So they're now superior. Okay, mind viewer.
Just.
So they're better. So they're superior physically. So there's phys. So they're super, they're physically superior now by average. I mean, all right. It's not their training. It's just they're bored better now because better stuff. But you also forget with more food comes with more mongrels. And as the great Gilgamesh once said, a world full of mongrels doing nothing might as well be a world full of rodents.
Yeah, I'm the tallest person I know. Like,
Nope.
every person I'm.
How tall are you?
I was 1.9 meters.
1.9 meters?
Yeah.
You are. Oh, you're actually. Dude, I'm actually not taller than you. I'm taller than you are. Oh,
Fine.
no. No, Wolfie, please don't stick around. Please go. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to suffer this.
Wolfie Pup? Who's that?
That's just someone I know on Discord. Wolfie, please. I don't want you to suffer.
Hey, let's just not. Don't fear her way.
No,
So
no,
go.
Godzilla doesn't exist. No matter how much I would have loved if he didn't. If he did. It's like, I'm sorry, Wolfie. I am so sorry, but I don't want you to suffer. I don't want, like, you can do something better. Like, I appreciate it. Thanks for the view, but please, I don't want you to suffer. You're one of the.
Okay, it's just.
I say this out. I say this out of genuine
Oh.
sincerity.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no. And with thanks to better diets, the better farming tools, and the animal breeding progress on an industrial scale has led to stronger and bigger children, while the elemental nations are more rural and little protein-fed population. Meanwhile, with the Akimechi family,
What?
they're a clan in Naruto full of people who get really sensitive if you call them fam. They like to be
they're-
called big bone, but the thing is, they use their immense weight to their advantage, and a lot of
Okay.
ninjas tend to train very. Ninjas are physically they train very hard, so yes, they do make up for the lack of protein, and it's not that there's a lack of diet because they do actually have a better understanding. Like I don't know much about the role playing, but you know,
Okay.
it's like,
Okay. Grant says she would love to join in. Okay. What? She? Who's that? Wolfie?
Colby. Yeah,
Like.
yeah, it's a she. She's a she.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like why do you think I was saying her? Like I know that I know she's female.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's why I
didn't
was-
hear that.
yeah, which is in why in the past most Asian races are shorter than Westerns because of little protein in their diets. Since the ninjas are fed a better diet than most non-ninjas, they're taller and healthier. At least you acknowledge that. The main advantage that the Roman army has over the ninja villains is that they are better trained and have discipline that the ninjas can't match. But the ninjas have powers to wipe out your army. Therefore, or a bigger gun. I am a weeb, what he means. Well, technically, yeah, we're weebs. We're we friends forever. The discipline of legionaries is absolute. No, it is not. The most disciplined of soldiers can still break. It's just going to take quite a lot to break them. There is no such thing as absolute discipline. Just guess what? Every soldier will break eventually. It just a matter of what it will take for them to break. And who's to say that even the recruits are well disciplined? Who's to say that they're disciplined on the same levels as hardened veterans are? Hardened veterans have seen more, therefore they're less likely to break. No amount of discipline can forever ensure discipline. There's only so much you can do with that. But veterans, they're used to seeing some messy crap. But recruits, they're more likely to break. A lot of discipline, discipline just makes them more prepared, but there's no guarantee that they won't break if it gets far above what they were prepared for.
Oh, Jesus
In
Christ.
combat, they obey every order without question, and if needed, will gladly sacrifice their lives if needed. The reason for this is simple: punishment for failure is severe. Engineers that fail will be lucky if they escape with their lives. Those that fail will often be crucified or hacked to pieces by their fellow soldiers. Then that's not disciplining through. I'm sorry, but that's the cruelty of the Roman soldiers. That's you better be okay. That's like I don't know if this is actual Roman or his idyllic Romans.
Idyllic Romans, yeah.
Okay, this is based on the real life Roman army. It's also possible that the general will invoke decimation, where every 10th legionnaire will be beaten to death by his comrades as punishment. This is also possible. Okay, this is based on the real life Roman army, and this is the reason why they're the modern armies. Yeah, but we're more civilized in our methods.
Jesus.
And guess what? It's,
I'd rather read another Slipknot Ghidorah stories than this. I swear to God.
we're not finished yet. This is based on the real life. Okay, compared to ninjas who are used to fighting one-on-one battles, meanwhile, there was over 3. By this point, there have been 3 Shinobi World Wars. And ninjas are trained to fight in a squad. And a squad of ninjas can be quite deadly if they're all well trained and well experienced. So, what's your point? Which is while ninja is not mass fighting, that the Roman army is trained to fight and fight together, which means while ninjas fighting against one soldier, another will attack from the ninja's blind spot. And the ninjas are strike teams, which aren't or fighting a regular army, but get in and out before they attack. I cannot but think of Volpes and Colta from Fallout New Vegas. Well, I would prefer the Caesar's Legion over these guys. Because this is not the Roman Empire. This is some idyllic, super scientific, progressive society with the Roman name attached onto it, like stapled onto it. Like they rejected religion, they embraced scientific thinking. They're extremely progressive. They allow women into positions of power in the military. They have guns, which questions as to why they're using swords. I mean, you're going to want to shoot the person that's not far. Like, yeah, you're equipped with a standard combat knife, but combat knife's a combat knife. And in most cases, it's like swords. For a time, they're after guns were pretty much make melee combat almost obsolete. Swords were handed out for officers, and there were ceremonial swords. And then afterwards, they became nothing. Because at that point, we developed better melee weapons that could do better. They were easier. It's something that's swords, but guns phased those out a long time. On the upside, I get to critique this guy on his methods. And jutsus need to have hand sights to be done before they can be used. Because it won't be a free action to my fic. A soldier seeing a ninja making hand sights for a jutsu to be shot before they complete the hand sights. As much powerful the jutsu, the more complex the hand sights are, just from the time it takes for them to be used in the anime. A bullet takes less time to be fired than the fastest hand sight can be made. In the Power Creep Shippuden, hand sights are made extremely fast. Takes a couple seconds at most. Because, Kishimoto throughout his world building, he threw out everything that made part 1 at least he's willing to watch and made them all gods. And It's like keep
Uh,
going. We're probably not gonna get another chap. We'll see about the time limit if we get enough. We'll see about the time if we after this chapter's over, and if see if we can like do one more because there's 34 chapters.
Story 4.
Yep, there's 34 chapters, so we may have to up the limit from 3 to 4.
I don't know. We could just do the.
We'll see. Planning. In the yard of the still being built fort of waves, a female commander made her way to the tents of a squad of soldiers. After the rebirth of the Empire, many things have changed. One of them being women being allowed to serve in the army, as it was a woman who planted the seed of the rebirth. Women in the army have proven that they're as tough as men.
Oh god, he's progressive. I know
And,
this is okay. Like when this
like,
was
okay, I'm not denying anything. Good for you, but when it comes to romance, no.
Viking, okay, it's a maybe with Vikings that there were females in the.
Even in like shield maidens and Valkyries, like shield maidens were rare, and Valkyries. Because of Valkyries, they weren't feminists and they weren't lesbians. They were women that gave up. They're women that put duty before their own personal life, and they were respected as such.
Yeah.
Like not saying, okay,
Okay.
they're tough men that are able to do what it takes to get missions done are found in every ranking in the army. Okay. Shotzi was an incredibly sexy and stately warrior who could not fail to turn heads. Radiating a commanding aura, this woman of 26 made them feel very much like a small child when next to her beguiling beauty. An immaculately chiseled, pale face was framed by locks of hair, the hue of fresh fallen snow, contrasted with cold, piercing golden eyes and full, pouty lips that took on an ashen red color. Okay, stop. You're gonna make it seem as if you're. Okay, stop.
Come on, you're giving me a boner.
Um, I didn't need to hear that. Turn
I
off your
was
microphone and beat it off right quick.
I'm sorry, I was joking.
Don't go ahead and beat it. I'm not gonna judge you.
Uh,
Her soft, pallid hair, wondrously devoid of any evidence of either travel or battle, was tied together in a long, simple braid. No, you don't. Don't do that. That's a stupid mistake. You never want to make your hair long in the military. You never want to have it that long. It comes at a disadvantage. It could get stuck, and an enemy could grab it. Oh no, she's a bit ara then. Ara shotakan.
oh no, I know what that means.
Here we go. Ooh. So wondrously devoid of any was tied together long so braid that traveled down the base of her back. That's some long hair. That is some long hair.
Long hair. How long was
Okay.
it?
It goes down to the base of her back. No, it travels down the base of her back. That is some long hair. If I,
Fuck me, that's way too long.
especially for a soldier. Oh, thanks, Wolf, for the subscription. Yeah, that is a long hair to have. A black eye patch graced Shotzi's left eye, internally monogrammed with golden trimming, and only served to amplify rather than detract from the experienced woman's already considerable allure. The fitted branded mail that she wore accentuated the woman's curves of familiarity with battle, whose movements were still graceful, swift despite the armor's riveted protective plates. Everything about the captain's look and demeanor commanded admiration, but that was not all. Those who had the opportunity to witness Shotzi's actions abilities with her twin saber strapped to her back, earning her respect and esteemed as one whose skills matched or exceeded even her own. Oh boy. In her line of work, combat has become a bit dull. With the newer guns and sniper units to take down important targets, many combat encounters are usually just bombing a village or just starving people into submissions by sealing off an area. The warfare she craves to see only happens in stories of those new moving pictures that she's picked. Movies! They have movies! Everyone here knows what moving pictures are. That's just olden talk for movies. Cinema. Okay, the warfare back in the Empire, her sword skills are great, but in the ever-changing world of the Roman Empire, the days of swordplay is over. With the new Gatling guns.
Gatling guns.
Oh my god! He's giving the Romans all the greatest tools.
Why not had RPGs then?
Give them a nuke already, won't you? Give them aircraft, give them tanks, give them all the best tools in the puzzle. Why don't you? Since you so clearly are checking, since you so clearly just need to give them every advantage possible. It's like you're not even gonna leave anything for the ninjas. You're just gonna you're not even doing the threat progresses properly. It's like you're not even doing it properly. You're just giving them all the tools of the arsenal without even giving the ninjas a lick of a chance. It's like you're making it increasingly impossible. It's not that they would lose because naturally that's how it would go. When guns, no, you are giving them the tools without any means of progression and to justify them making these new tools just to make it impossible. You're doing this to your own extent. You are doing this willingly. You are not making this a natural threat progression. You are just giving them the tools and making it impossible. It's like, yes, in history, those with bigger twin sabers and Gatling guns. Twin lightsaber to twin sabers. Sabers. Like just sabers. Straight up steel.
It's better to just hear them as lightsabers.
Might as well give them lightsabers. Like, why not? Just he's already giving them all the best guns in the arsenal. You might as well just give them lasers. Also, when was the Gatling gun made? That's like, especially a portable Gatling gun. That's just straight up not in the realm of possibility. Okay, a Gatling gun was invented in 1861. They had to be mounted and moved. Those things couldn't. Here, carry. Yeah, can you carry a Gatling gun? Like, do you know what was the closest we came to that? We had to make those things small. It's like and they were still of considerable size. And portable Gatling guns, like portable Gatling guns that you can just carry around and hold in your hand, and not have to like move on an emplacement. Like that's not easy. Like there were squads of men. Like there were squads of men manning a gun, on back in World War One. Like they had to set this up and everything. They couldn't. It's like because it's a heavy weapon.
Okay, what the hell? There's some.
Should be. No, he doesn't. He clearly doesn't understand because none of their names sound Roman. None of their ranks aren't Roman. Their guns don't sound remotely Roman. I mean, I was imagining like Kirito, but that's also interesting. Also, Kirito makes more sense. Well, at least someone with ninja magic and Gatling gun, not possible.
Oh, okay.
But they do have equivalents like multiple fireballs, lightning, and but here he's just giving them literally all the guns and pretending as if the way, like, and pretending as if the way that the way the ninjas would lose is because they couldn't stand up to the technological might. No, it's because you made it literally impossible for them to even do it. That isn't proving that they would lose. You're just making it impossible in the first place. It's like, no crap, they couldn't do anything. You gave them the tools to make it impossible. It's like, what do you do when over 100 bullets... Let me explain. Machine guns were terrifying. Not because they were insanely accurate, but because with all those bullets coming at you, one would hit and then the rest would follow. The rate that they were fired at was terrifying for a reason. It wasn't how many hit you, it was how fast they came out of it. And depending on how fast they go, you probably wouldn't even see it coming. You'd probably get like a split second to hear a gun go off, and then you get shredded.
Okay.
My God. But here in this new land where guns are an unknown element, you have guns.
Oh fuck.
Their skills will come into play. Because in close combat, especially in the middle of a group of enemies, they would have to be careful not to hit one of their own by mistake. Or she can hit anyone she wants. Two, it's one of the reasons why soldiers still carry a gladius, as the neural, which turns into a slashing single-edged blade, is useful as a tool rather than a weapon. Don't you mean a weapon rather than the tool, you dumbass? Why? The gladius... No. Remember what I say. A tool is just a weapon that does one other thing that does another thing that isn't hurting people. Like it can still hurt people, but it does another thing as well. Like it does more than one thing, and that one thing typically is just finding a way to hurt you.
Oh fuck.
It's like anything is a weapon if you put your mind to it. Literally
Yeah.
everything is a weapon, but technically some things are also a tool. A gun is a tool of death. As she nears the tent, she sees two of the young soldiers under her command. A pair of young soldiers, a woman and a man, and carried a wooden crate of canned foods. Canned goods. My God. Canned goods. Canned food.
And holy fuck.
Like I understand, canned goods were good, but you know what? They had to use salted preserved. It was like rations were they were bread, salted meat, and whatever didn't perish easily.
Uh,
It took a while before we could later start canning stuff and put things that tasted better.
put.
With the introduction of processed meat and canning, food could be kept longer without for it to be like, oh right. What thing? Glaciers actually have two sharp edges. He doesn't remember that. Oh yeah, forgot to read this part. One thing that hasn't changed since ancient times, it was an army marches on their stomach. Napoleon quote.
Napoleon.
It's the absolute truth, though. It's been a philosophy before he even mentioned the quote, and it's been a thing that everyone recognized for quite a while. An army is only as good as their state of hunger. Or if your soldiers are starving, you might as well just surrender, because it's the hungrier they are, the more difficult the task is. If they can't put if they can't put food in their bellies, they're going to be less effective as a result. Even through sheer force of will, they can only last so long. The young woman was a dark redhead. Her hair was actually closer to orange than red. There was a smug look in her olive eyes and on her rounded, peach-colored face, while the blonde man is having trouble keeping up the young woman's pace. And Corporal Ron, are you kidding? Oh my God, it's Kim Possible and Ron.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yes,
No. Damn it.
yes. It's Kim Possible. Man. What's this kid? Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Well, what to say? It's Ron Stoppable. Yep. That. Those aren't Roman names. Those are nowhere near Roman. That's just. Nothing about this screams Roman. Nothing. The names, not Roman. The ranks, not Roman. The military, not Roman. Oh, the ships, hardly. Technology, not Roman. Simply, their society, not Roman. There's some idealized version of Rome that doesn't fit. Now, the thing is, he did rewrite this story. He did make a rewrite version. But we're reading his original version, and I have zero doubts that his rewrite version is just the same, but it's just the same. Yeah. I had a good time so far. I'm having a good time listening to what's suffering.
Oh, I
Corporal Ron,
think.
are you have you ever told people with Sergeant Kim? Shasti asked, addressing the minor rank. I feel
Yeah.
right
Oh,
here.
oh, finally. Oh, Corporal Ron, are you having troubles keeping up with Sergeant Kim? Fuck. I can't take these names seriously. Ron and Kim. Oh, fuck.
Shasti said, addressing them by their ranks. Sorry, ask.
Ask. No.
Ron said, grunted.
It's a good thing you're good with the cannons.
Kim said.
But what we can do for you?
Ron asked.
The journal is entertaining. Some
Okay, hold on. Hold
names.
it right here. Ron and Kim, the superior officer would ask that question. Ron is technically on a lower ranking than she is. I'm pretty sure sergeants are still non-commissioned officers. Let me check real quick. Sergeant, no, that's Sergeant Frog. Okay, Sergeant. Yeah, they're both non-commissioned officers, but sergeants have a higher rank.
Jesus Christ! This is so boring. I'd rather watch a fucking. A, I just can't. This is not fun. This is boring.
Oh, oh no, Ada, Kim Possible.
Oh.
At least Wolvie's having fun. Right here. The general.
Dude, I already said that.
Oh, Shasti said.
And he's been planning on sending a scouting party to learning about one of the ninja villages. My unit is one of those who's going to go. Oh. Going to go. Is that correct?
It's
Okay.
I mean, other than the fact he's using other than the fact that he's technically all things considered, he's speaking formally and he's using what are they called conjunctions. But yeah, other than the weird way that sentence is structured at all things, the intent is clear.
About time you have a mission. About time you have a mission since you became a deaconus. Deaconus?
Decanus.
Deaconus.
Yeah, decanus. It means chief of 10.
Chief of 10.
Yeah.
Basically a sergeant.
Let me see here.
Yeah, what? Okay.
Okay. I'm having a miserable time listening to this fanfic. Pretty sure everyone will be, especially when Ninja comes back and listens to this stream. He's gonna start screaming all over the place at the miss. Okay.
Okay.
Here it is.
Okay.
The Decanus was originally the leader of a Conte in Benernium, the squad of 8 legionaries that lived in the same tent and the 2 support units served with the Contubernarium. It must not be confused with the Curio, which was a title given to civic officials and leaders of 30-strong squadrons, and terme of cavalry. In Greek text, it is equivalent to the rank of Dekanos, or Dekaroshos, as commander of 10. For the 4th century, it became used for palace messengers. Yeah, yeah. It derives from the English title Dean.
Dean.
Anyways, Kim said,
Yes, it is. I want you to spread the word for the unit to get ready to travel.
Shasti said,
Wait, what's more? We're on it.
Ron said,
Good, and make sure they eaten first. Get eaten? They get eaten first. Who knows how far we will have to go? Such. I fucking can't. Just fucking eat impossible to fucking listen to. Hmm.
Right here. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me just put down this banner. Who knows
Uh,
how far we'll have to go, Shasti said. Like many legionaries, she had fattened up on her journey across the sea. What? What do you mean I fatten up? Double drain your supplies even more, you dumb bitch. There's a reason why they ration on sea travel. It's like, no.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Rations.
it's that's the most reliable supply train. Their eyes is around their waist. Like, if you said before they left that they fattened up, that would make sense. But not during. Not honest. Hand to Legion's headquarters. My God, I want to hang. God, I'm already dreading everything.
Okay. It's just.
Hand to Legion headquarters. General Drake treated the 4 lieutenants to a meal with him. The answer was applies of one of the eating utensils. The fork!
The fork. Yeah.
He learned that the people of this land eat using sticks like the Eastern Empire or China. Drake sees the blonde kid stuffing himself with pork chops and pork ribs. Meat, it seems, is a luxury for only those who can afford it. Only back in the Empire, the introduction of factory like farms to mass breed farm animals for the demand of meat. There's some contentious points about that, but let's not delve into that. Because I don't want to take a side in these kind of arguments. I don't want to ever. With a factory like farms, mass production of food gave rise to an screw this, screw them. To an increased population, many people who grew up afterwards are much stronger, taller, and healthier than the older generations. Yes, only a few more steps closer to creating the Ubermensch.
Oh, now you're talking like medic.
Okay, I'm joking there, but it's like I don't fully believe it, but um, mind you, it'll depend upon how exactly they handle the population increase. Because the thing is, with more food comes with more population and demand for more food. It's all happening.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
the reason why I'm saying stuff like that is because, let's be honest, this guy made a very idyllic version of Roman Empire, and I absolutely
I don't know.
like.
Your empire
So
is
it comes down to
expanding.
like this. It comes down to the standards of the diet set in place. It's that otherwise will improve the health of the next generation. Like, it all comes down to the standard of the diet, but we don't know what they eat in particular to just say that there's more food to go around. Yahoo! It's like, yeah, like more food to go around, but how is that food distributed? How is that food handled? What do they eat? It's like, what do they eat? What makes up their standard diet? And what's their standard meal? Because the thing is that it's not how much food you have, it's how you distribute the food. It's how you handle the food. It's how you handle the diet of the food. Because there's a wide variety of foods. And technically everything, no, not technically everything, but everything that is meat in a way is edible. When it comes to it, it's all about what is it exactly that they eat. Because you can't just say they have a lot of food and they love meat, and it is like, okay, rest. It's like, okay, but the thing is that what is it exactly? Like, what makes up their diet? Like, I know I'm asking for super specific world building details, but considering how much detail you went to explain that they got more food, I think you're going to need to explain to me what it is exactly that their diets are. It's like what's the kind of food other than meats? Like, do they have like cheese farms, or do they have like fields of wheat to make bread? It's like, what is their stand? It's like, for someone that seems so dedicated to like dumping all this info on the Empire to you, it seems as if he's left out the standard diet. It's like, that's a super specific detail, but I'm a very hard scrutiner. Like, I may come off as a bit of a weird person, but I do like eating scenes in media because it shows exactly what it is they have on hand to offer in terms of like it's a slow moving pace, but it also shows what they have on hand to offer. Like it's like a little glimpse. It is that. Anyways, back to this.
Okay, your emperor is expanding its borders.
Kakashi, ask.
Ask. Oh, he asked, not asked. You ass. Yes, we have expanded as far as we can go back home without causing a war with our allies and other kingdoms. What? There are other kingdoms now? Oh,
Yeah, they did mention,
okay, question.
they did
okay.
mention that they're the Eastern Empire of China.
Okay, are they from a different universe? Like they cross over?
No, they're from another land across the sea. He did state this back. He did state
Uh,
this.
is that possible in Naruto universe?
I mean, we only know the Eastern continent, so we don't know what happens westwards. So it is possible. You can get creative.
Okay, I asked, not ask you. Oh, I should add that in the... Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, congratulations. You're not immortalized as a banner. It's asked, not asked. You ass. Latvian Dragon 2021.
Okay. Okay, is there more?
Here it is. Right here with the discovery of this land. There you go.
Okay. Okay. With the discovery of this land, your people named the element countries. Oh God, that's stupid. Okay, it's like the 4 nations in Avatar. Okay, it's not that stupid.
Earth, water, air, and fire.
Has gotten people excited back home, but how the hell they know? Did they have radio?
Cartography is kind of screwy.
It did.
So we don't know much. We don't know. But maybe possibly they have radio. I mean, considering what he's given them so far, wouldn't be surprised he gave them a long range radio. Wouldn't be surprised. Because it's like he's giving them all the great tools in the arsenal. Why not give them all the greatest civic tools to have? Long range communication devices.
Yeah, just why not? Just what the fuck not? But don't
I mean, like radios are a thing in Naruto.
radios? Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're a thing.
Yeah, there are radios and all that, but there's not weapons. Mainly because you can shoot fireballs out of your hands. I guess.
They shoot them out of your mouth.
Out of your mouth. Even better.
Keep going around. But don't
Okay.
think.
But I don't think we're here to burn your village to the ground.
Burn it to the ground tonight.
Yeah, we have a long history of expanding without much bloodshed. Many rules with like, oh, that's just that's just a sweet lie.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
Let me laugh even harder then. No. I'm sure it's moments. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm not denying that some expansions were made peacefully, but let's be honest, some people didn't have the time for diplomacy, all the word games, and then later backstabbing you have to do. Sometimes some people were more literal, some people were more blunt, and some people were more willing to bash your head in with an axe. So nope, not everyone has the time for words. Some people just want to get it over with. Like sometimes some guy made you angry, so in return you're gonna take his lands. That's like we've had stupid Cassius bellies before. Let's be honest. I was saying that you won't cause much bloodshed is a lie. It's like it's only if that person has even the time for talking and how willing they are. Because let's be honest, asking, like pretty much demanding they become a part of your empire is a big deal. Because it means that they're stripped of their nation and just made part of a bigger one. Not a lot of people are willing to agree to that. Some people are more than willing to fight back against almost impossible odds because some of them are just stubborn. And some people are almost really serious about it. So,
Okay, you're going off a tangent, and I thought I will be going off tangents more than you did.
I do not say such lies to me. Like history is made by the victor, and sometimes that victor had to kill a couple thousand people in order to get that victory. Because sometimes words just aren't. Because sometimes words just aren't straight enough.
Okay. Where was I? The many rulers, like the Lord of Wales.
Wait.
Waves, not Wales, you dumbass.
So not only do we have to be part of the English gods in reality.
Join the Empire. They still rule us.
If you want to, yeah, I'll send you the StreamYard link right now. All right.
I think that's a little bit too late.
I mean, and more guests, I suppose.
I really don't care. Maybe we'll come back when you guys finish this fucking dumpster fire of a series, because I don't have a stomach for this.
Okay, I am sending you a streamer. Like, if you want to come on, then feel free to. It's like maybe I suppose you could do one more chapter. Since already I want to see how deep this dumpster fire goes.
Okay, still make his rules. They are part of something bigger than they were. We're still setting ourselves up before we can make the arrangements to meet the lords of the element nations. Be able to deal with the deal can't be
they aren't called lords. They're called daimios.
Daimios. Pretty Italian name.
I'm gonna call them the daimios. Daimios of I forgot to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're called something differently. They aren't called lords. They're called the daimios, because that's the actual historical term to refer to lords, to Japanese lords sometimes. The daimos of this land. Because it correctly will translate. So okay. Here's Wolfie.
All right, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello,
Hey.
thank you for letting me join. I hope it's not too late of the stream
Hello?
for you guys. I just thought it sounded like a hilarious, fun fanfic to join with you guys. I don't mind my icon, it's one of my own ones, but I don't want to risk changing it right now.
Anyways, how you doing, Wolfie? So, how are you doing?
Doing great. I hope you guys are well.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Everything's going good.
Okay.
Actually, I'm here. Let me see if I can.
Okay,
Okay, so here we go. Or keep going.
Okay, so your people won't need to fight. Oh, come on! There should be a question mark, not a fucking. What is that again?
Comma. Kakashi said, saying how clever these Romans are. If they convince the Lord of the lands, expect. No, I'm not joking. That's expect. That's expect.
Wait a fuck.
Okay, to expect the rule of the Romans, then the Romans in turn wouldn't even have to fight to take over. But of course, knowing this guy, it's going to be a fight no matter what.
Besides the fight against Goto's men,
Oh, great, I hear echoing. Nice.
Oh,
We
that.
haven't seen any action. You see, I don't mind finding the.
Yeah, well, you have you have a headphones? You have a headphones?
God.
Oh, yeah. Let me just do your microphone volume real quick.
Is there a
Well, I can't see the text on stream. Right, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ?
What was that? I didn't hear. What were you saying, Wolfie? Do you have any headphones you have on you that you can use? Because we're hearing like echoes.
uh,
It's like you're on your phone or something. So, anyways, we're gonna keep going.
okay, just
Just start full screen this now. Just to get like better views, so you can get the understanding.
okay. So people, okay. You see, I don't mind fighting to death. And if there's another way, I'm willing to take it. In fact, many lands that are part of Rome had peacefully agreed to merge into the empire. Many of the benefited thanks to our industrial capacity, safety that we provide. I understand that you ninjas are sometimes hired to handle bandits. Well, besides small gangs that pop up now and then, our lands are bandit free.
Not possible. There is no such thing as branded free lands.
Except now.
Well, true.
Not really, but
Kind of. It's half truth. Like, there's no roving gang of bandits, but there is gangs of something.
really? Sakura asked. Does the Okay, then why did you army guys get paid?
Naruto asked, thinking that they're paid like ninjas who are paid to the missions they complete, as he really doesn't know about armies.
Are ninjas like mercenaries in this world? Oh wait, the ninja in real world.
Ninjas were professional. Yes, ninjas were it's a weird thing. Ninjas were usually in service to a lord, or as a spy master or assassin, wherever was needed, they would accomplish or try to accomplish without somehow failing, which is possible. The margin of error is always there, but in most cases, like samurais are more like Ronin are more like that. They're roving samurais, without a lord. But not to say that ninjas aren't for hire. They were just in service to a lord most of the time. But in this world, but in our world, yes, they are technically mercenaries. You know, they're people for hire that do things that you don't want to do yourself.
Okay.
Sometimes little chore works on the list.
They aren't paid like us, Sasuke said. They're like guards of lords.
You can't think of us in that way. You see, we're a professional army. Once you serve, you serve for 25 years. In most cases of combat, you probably won't live to see 5. But considering this world, apparently they do see longer than that. But anyways, a legionary's basic pay is 900 denarius, silver pieces per year. Some pay is held back for food and equipment, pension, and funeral savings. The balance is paid out roughly every 3 months. The pay before the Industrial Revolution was 300, but the pay was raised for inflation. Drake explains.
Is being a soldier cooler than being a ninja?
Naruto asked. In the army, you learn skills and are well taken care of. And once you earn money, you travel with the Legion to far-off lands to good country retire after your service. Mostly the soldier's life is stole, as we haven't had any real fine for years now. We soldiers are supposed to put up to work in rebuilding the roads or new ones. We soldiers are the labor force called upon when a building project is needed to be built quickly. Like, the bridge took us only a few days to build it, Drake said.
Wait, you're a labor force too?
Kakashi said. We can't just train and train to be soldiers, We learned that lesson from the Spartans. They had the most grueling training from hell that we have ever seen, for you see, from the very moment a Spartan male is born, he is judged by an elder if he is healthy and strong enough to be a Spartan. If he isn't, he would be dropped down a cliff, and it just got harder from there. They were in their time the finest warrior race you could think of, for the only thing a Spartan male knows is how to be a warrior and nothing else, Drake said.
What happened to them?
The only reason why they could maintain a warrior's way of life is because they had enslaved in our village to do the work needed for them to survive. And the fact that most of the people were killed off at an early age because they couldn't survive the brutal training and their low birth rates left them unable to rebuild their forces after a defeat. That they would be... You're gonna find it hard. In ancient Greece, it's like, you never want to face a Spartan in a battle. Like, they don't need a large amounts, they just need really good ones. Like, everyone here's seen 300, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not too far off what smart soldiers are kind of like. They were the most ferocious fighters. It's like, yeah, large military losses aside, but we killed more were killed than we... Like, yes, you killed 200 of us, but we killed 2,000 of you. So really, what's the bigger loss here? Left them unable to rebuild their forces after defeat, as losing around 500 men destroyed their fighting force. Now what's left of them put up mock plays of the training and rituals that they were once famous for, which is way since what? Since no nature has tried to copy those in the long term, it would only lead to ruin. Meanwhile,
What?
seeing a twitch in your ear other than just eyes.
Jeez. Oh, this is so boring.
Question: do you find this boring, Wolf?
I
which
find
one?
it interesting, the story. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. For some reason, some can't see the text in the StreamYard, so I was trying to get back to YouTube to see it, but I'm still hearing the voices.
Yeah,
It always seems to
you're
be
gonna.
on StreamYard.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to listen instead of see. I could try full screening it if that'll make it any better.
Oh, Wolf, can you send it through Discord to me?
Oh, the fanfic?
And then I can just read along. That'll work.
Okay. All right. Let me send it to you right quick. I'm gonna go over to here. Here you go. This is the chapter we're on. I'll wait for you to catch up.
Wait, she's gonna still be on the stream?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I think she should still be able to be on the street, but she can read along as she listens in.
okay.
This is gonna take
I
quite
believe
a
if I can't see it, I'll just listen.
Okay. Kakashi said he realized that the Romans do indeed take over, and then many ninja clans would find their skills worthless. Unless they could make a living outside of being ninjas, there'd be little use for them.
What? Christ.
I'm going to send a small number of my soldiers back with you. Their mission is to set up a small outpost goes to the land of fire and get in contact with the Fire Lord. And here's payment for the escort mission, Drake said, handing Kakashi a bag of 400 silver coins, which we don't know the exchange rate for, so, foreign money without an established exchange rate might as well be jack.
Yeah.
It's like, you might as well get dirt with that. The
Good news,
established
guys, I
currency...
can see everything.
Yeah. I think the established currency is called Rios.
Rios law.
I know. Make the Oreo jokes now.
Oreo jokes?
Oreo.
Oh!
Uh, um, Latvian.
Yeah.
Thanks, but
Thanks, but what? Where are you? Can you use the mouse to show me the? Okay.
right here.
Thanks. Sorry. Thanks, but I need to send a message first back to the village.
Skikash said, looking over the coins. They're for fun the money here, but they're still made out of silver. Yes, it has been a long journey for your group. You can stay for a while and rest before going. One of the soldiers outside can show you where your group can stay then. Till then, Drake said.
Thanks for the meal.
Naruto said as he follows the others out of the door. Drake waited for them to have been gone for a few minutes before getting up. He walks over to one of the side rooms and opens the door. Inside the room, laying on a bed, is Zabuza, and next to him is Haku, his young ward.
Zabuzo. Zabuza?
Yep, Zabuza.
Oh, this is such a Japanese name.
Yeah, that's because he's a Naruto character.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Those ninjas are the same ones who you attack?
Drake asked.
So still... When did Zabuza appear?
He's supposed to appear when they get to Wave. He's supposed to appear when they actually get there to ambush them. The one that ambushed them on the way was the Demon Brothers.
So great. This is confusing to follow. Roman doctors aren't as skilled as
the medical ninjas, but they know how to treat wounds.
Mm-hmm. Will the leaf ninjas be any trouble?
Drake asked.
They might as well. They will see you Romans as the threat to their livelihood. The ninja who has trained since birth to be a ninja. Ninjas to be a ninja will have to finding a new way of life. You have to.
Why?
Oh God! How many times I could say this? Just fucking repeating myself, but I'd rather read fucking Slipknot with Ghidorah works again. It's just Christ.
At least we don't get 11 months. At least we don't get 6 months of nothing. Whatever the hell that was. Like he says that he's not giving anybody plot armor. Gives the Romans literal plot armor. He just makes them invincible and upstanding members. It's like, I don't even. It's like he's making me laugh.
You have shown me what your weapons can do. Well, we're better trained. It matters little.
What?
What?
Okay. Oh, you may be better trained, but I has a gun.
I has a gun.
It's like, you know what they say?
Yeah.
Anybody can pick up a gun and shoot. Yeah. It takes skill to wield melee weapons.
Skill always beats luck.
Yeah. Skill always beats luck.
Okay, yeah.
And even then, it takes a long while to. Even then, it's like people who are dedicated to a certain type of weapon will be able to get it better. Like snipers are really good at what they do best. Yes. And so just saying that it's like I may be better trained, and I may have skill, but you guys have gone. I'm dead. They just acknowledge. All right, thanks. It's like meanwhile the death count for a lot of people who weren't trained better, even though they had guns. Like Antonari Dells had guns, but were better trained. Training does have an effect on how good you are.
Yeah, it's
like because there's in a battle, having a better weapon is not the key deciding factor. It's not the key decisive factor. It is how trained they are, how experienced they are, how well they can handle under the pressure. It takes it's multiple factors within just a singular one. He's boiling it down to gun is endgame.
Gun is endgame. In Naruto's world, not really. Exactly.
It's like,
Possibly.
the thing is, in part one, it was possible for lower tier ninjas to beat higher tier ones if they worked together. You know, never underestimate the grunts. Yes, they are mooks, but let's be honest, if enough mooks gang up on you, they can take you down.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, well, better trained. It matters little. I'm skilled enough to fight off 4 ninjas foot, but against 4 of your soldiers, it might take one lucky shot to kill me. And those cannons, being able to hit miles away would be miles away. Like, Jesus Christ, would be able to draw a ninja village without you ever
entirely inaccurate. It's like
able.
cannons do shoot far.
Yeah,
Far.
yeah. They will fight back.
We're about to say Roby.
They will fight back, and many will die on both sides. But unlike us, you can easily rebuild from loss on a scale that will destroy a fighting force of ninjas. How many ninjas are there in the village? Drake asked.
So Moby, what are you about to say?
I said that's pretty far to be miles.
Yeah, that's like miles is quite the incredible distance. Like miles and meters are pretty far distances, but cannons can go. It's like it's at space station. Like yes, they're far away, but they weren't miles away. It's like no, they're like 182. How far does a cannon shoot? Let me look. How far can a cannon shoot? Cannon can shoot about. Okay, the typical Civil War cannon can shoot up to 150 yards, which is just under a mile.
Okay.
In fact, even in today's world, the U.S. Army's heaviest gun is the M109A6 Paladin Silberfeld howitzer. It has a range of 25 miles. That's still an incredible distance away. It's like miles away in a cannon. Get real.
If it is about the.
Like,
Oh God, it's so stupid.
Like.
So how are the ninjas supposed to fight against a cannon?
well, that's because, according to this guy, they can't because remember, he gave them Gatling guns that they can carry around.
Oh, this motherfucker just created the.
He created the most he created essentially the most impossible situation ever. It's like you know what they say, like you could be the most technologically advanced civilization ever, but you could still lose if it's just one. But if one good warrior that even if they're technologically under you, they can they may be able to win if they're capable enough. It's like it's not about what technology you have; it's how well you know to apply it. It's like remember, this is a funny thing I like to mention. The AK-47 is a gun that was developed all the way back in the 1940s, and it's still an effective weapon to this day. There's been modifications made to it to make it better, but overall, it is still a rather good weapon. Even though that there's the AK-12, most personnel prefer to use the AK-47, even though the AK-12 is like a new model. So it's all about how effective just that one piece of technology is. But yeah, it's like, how can they fight against cannons that fire miles away? How can they fight against it? They can't. He's made it literally impossible for them to do anything. All they could do is just surrender, because fighting is stupid. He's gave them so much of the advantage that practically there's no need to fight because we all know that they fight. It's going to be a curb stomp. He's established right now. He's just pretty much established that the Romans are now technically invincible. It's like they conquered all of Sparta without losing one man. Not sure how they managed to avoid losing not even one man, since it's like even if you lose little, you will still lose some men.
Yeah.
Okay, would be able to destroy an info that you ever entering the walls. They will fight back, and many will die on both sides. But unlike us, okay, yeah. Here you go.
Most of that. How many teams are in the village? Most of the nears can field in around 2,000 at best.
Haku said.
The only power I've seen that would give trouble is the Genjutsu.
Yes, because we all know that literally it's only Genjutsu. No, it's every jutsu is deadly. Especially at the higher level they get, the more AoE effect they have.
Your people can't use chakra, so there be no defense against it.
Yeah, there's no defense. The thing about Genjutsus, the higher rank they are, the more difficult it is to break out of it.
Tell me how many runaway ninjas are there?
Plot armor. Yes! The Romans have plot armor. They can't lose. He's established him so early on that it's a power. It's like how can they stand up to the military might? Here's a good answer. They can't. At this point, they might as well just be wearing nothing but their trousers, or just waving a stick at them. Like, that's the equivalent. It's like they made a literal barber. They can't do anything.
Holy shit. It's just. Why? Why? Because I would love to.
Tell me how many
hire.
ninjas are there, Jake asked.
Because I would like to hire them as any of the ninjas who might like to join the Roman army.
Hey, why'd you join the army that's going to make your way of life completely and utterly obsolete?
They want to recruit them.
What was that, Wolvidish chick? What'd you say?
I said they want to recruit them into reminds me of Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem style. Okay, well, they can't hire all the ugly ones. They have to find the most attractive ones in the group, and that's the one they can hire.
Yeah, okay. The only one. Okay.
Due to the fact that you always know if they're recruitable based upon their attractiveness level.
Attracted.
Like there's okay, fire.
It's one of the reasons why you're so good at expanding.
Here, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm referring to. Chrome tab. Oh wait, no, this one.
Oh, fun.
What are the enemy lines?
What are
I'm
you
trying to
looking
find anyone who might defect to our side.
Burst. The guy that looks generic.
That one.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't look awful. There you go. That's your protagonist. That's the one you could. That's the one. That's the one.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's amazing.
Oh, fuck me. I couldn't. Oh, God. Why the hell there's 34 more fucking chapters?
You signed up for this. I have your contract right here.
I'm excited for it. I was hooked from the moment I saw you went live. I was like, oh, this is an old video. No, you're actually live right now. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, I've been live for like I got like 6 live streams now. This is number 7 in in a long running series of this.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was so fun to do. Oh god.
I know some. There we go.
Good. I know some classes you could do. Good, once you have recovered, please get into contact with them. Oh yes, another thing.
I understand that your sword is able to spell chakra, right? In any form it takes.
Yes, it does.
Then it can also dispel genjutsu as well.
Yes, it can.
How hard will it be to do the same to a helmet to protect its wearer from genjutsu?
Okay.
So how do you measure Genjutsu to protect from it?
It depends. What's the level genjutsu? There are higher level genjutsu that will utterly destroy your mind. It's like it's not just every genjutsu is the same level of power. Like no, there's low level genjutsu and then there's go screw yourself genjutsu levels. Now there is. Now we have ranks. Private, the backbone of the Legionnaires. Corporal, help keeps the lower rank soldiers in full line. Sergeant, lower rank officer, is the one who leads a conturbanium of 8 soldiers. But that's the decanus's role. Yeah, you absolute failure. You dumb fucking cretin. You utter buffoon. Absolute fucking buffoon. That's
So the new model of the Gladius is that of a machete, but they said that it was two-sided.
Oh god.
so yeah.
Sorry, I remember to go first.
Some. Yeah. I don't know what to say about this. He's utterly made the Romans as non-Roman as possible. He's messed up the ranks.
What it was, it says they should be burned up across. Do you guys know that reference?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Caesar's Legion.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, degenerates like you belong in a. We can't expect God to do all the work now, can we? Yeah, the decanus is the role of a sergeant.
Okay, and
Auxiliaris are the standard bearers that carry the vexillio, a military standard displaying the emblem of the legion. The vexillarius provides troops with a rallying point in morale during heat exchange, rarely in combat, because they always get shot first.
oh,
So some research
Centurion.
to find like Belisarius.
Okay, here is finally Centurion.
Serve as a field commander during major operations. They are often appointed to their position through years of dedicated service, and their martial prowess reflected the rigors they have endured. They command a century of 80 soldiers. Prefect, officer in charge of keeping the fort or main camp running smoothly. General, commands are one of the legions. No, that is a praetor. Unless I'm wrong. Let me see here. Legion commander Rome. A Roman legion is ranking. They are led by a legatus legionis. That is the legion's. That is the person that commands a legion. A legionis, a leganius legionaris.
Why the fuck there's prefect? No, it's prefect, not perfect. Oh god, the fucking audio.
It's just stuff in the background.
It's from you?
No, it's from her.
Oh god. Can you mute you?
Yeah, she's muted herself. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm sorry to complaining about
Oh,
your
wow, he said-
mic.
Wait, so he made the Goliath a machete? All right. I thought she was referencing something else, but no, I thought she looked up, but no, it says right here. Two, that the only reason why conservation in Jutsu fails is because people have to be careful not to hit their own in a crowded fight. It's the reason why police and army personnel don't just fire wildly when there's someone in the middle of their group, because a misfire could kill one of their own. True, but ninjas are quick. These are nuts. And Deadliest Warrior, a Spartan beats a ninja hands down.
Not exactly.
But
It's a 50-50 win.
a ninja in Naruto is not the same as a ninja in real life. They aren't the same thing. That's a false comparison right there. 5. One of the reasons why the Romans were so good in conquering lands, they're smart enough to get some natives to their side, either for money or for power. People named to the new land join the Romans. The auxiliaries in the army are made up of non-Romans. Non-Romans. It's just non-Roman citizens, and when they're in new land, they would gather native people or tribes to their side, and they don't just go out and attack, but try to talk people into joining them, which means there will be clans and villages who are weaker to the other villages who would join the Romans. True, but that's some army's tactics. It's what's the best enemy than the enemy that knows than our what, and who knows the land better than our enemy. So let's ask our enemy. So let's have our enemy guide us through this land.
Oh, holy fuck. Okay, we finally done it. It's
Yep.
over.
We're not gonna do another chapter. We're stopping here right now.
Oh yeah.
Good
Thank
guy.
you.
Thank you. You finally saw my. Next up. Okay, I'll have to choose which Slipknot guitar story we're gonna cover, because there's a lot more, and there's one that made me say, "What the fuck?" more than even Soundwave's Alliance.
We're gonna finish this one though. We're not stopping. We got more to cover on more beasts.
What we're gonna still cover this boring.
We're still covering this. We're not ending this either. No, far from it.
Oh, you see.
I have already. And listen, I suffered through one of this fix all the way through. You're doing it with me this time.
But it's 34 chapters.
And I can't see your problem.
Fine, I deserve it. Fucking hell.
So, anyways, guys, I've been Wise Wolf. Welcome. Thank you for attending. My co-host Latvian Dragon and our guest Wolvie Pop 1312.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Have a nice weekend, everybody, and see you all next time. Till then.
It's past your bedtime.